Well, let's talk about that Champions
Yeah,
Dinner,
let's
because I
get
think
into
that's
that.
one of the coolest traditions in
Yeah.
all sports. Obviously, you got to host it. I know you did your
Yeah.
Texas barbecue. Okay, and you've been to a lot of Champions Dinners since then. What do you do if, like, one of them sucks? Like, the food sucks. Like, you just
Yeah.
deal with it, or do you just be like, excuse me, Danny Willett, your food sucks. I want my Texas barbecue back.
With Danny Willett, it was like, hey, this should be my dinner.
Exactly. Yes.
There you go.
So I'm not
Perfect.
going to like anything you serve, even if it's the best meal
hate
on
you,
planet
Danny.
Earth.
I'm not eating it no
Could be-
matter what.
Yeah, and
Chick-fil-A.
your wine, no, not having it. I'm staying sober tonight. Yeah, I don't know what you'd do.
I mean, I'm sure the food's always great. Cause
Yeah, I mean they could serve haggis and make it taste good there, you know. But it's always that you have to choose like what you're having at cocktail hour, and then you got the dinner and all that, and you choose the wine. I'm like, I was 21. Like, what the hell do I know about wine? I don't know anything
But
about
you have all the
wine.
past Masters champions there that are still living. Like, who's one of the guys that always holds court at the Champions Dinner?
So my dinner, so it was 2016. So my dinner was the last one that Arnold Palmer attended before he passed away. So that was pretty awesome. So you get your menu, and everyone has one, and you just keep passing it around so everyone signs each menu. So it was the last one that he put his signature on at the
awesome,
dinner. And I actually shared the locker with him there too, so that kind of double cool. But it was, I don't even remember who holds court. It's Phil. I mean, Phil's got his
Weird.
section. There's really
Weird.
like 3 or 4 sections. Like, some guys sit in the same chair every year. It's just funny. Like, you go into a classroom, when you're growing up, and you sometimes there's assigned seat, sometimes there's not, and even when there's not, everyone sits in the same seat every year. It's similar to that. And then the hardest part is once it's not your dinner anymore, who am I going to spend the next 25, 30 years sitting at this dinner with? You got to kind of make these choices.
So yeah,
Question,
who do you
have
sit
been
next
sitting
to?
with the last few years?
I've sat pretty close to Phil. I think it's really entertaining. Clearly, you know that. You guys probably both very much know that. I've been next to Zach. Zach's been a mentor and a friend, Zach Johnson, since I came out on tour. But I try and get close to Phil. That's always fun. Jack Nicklaus tells a lot of stories, Gary Player. But that last dinner, that's what I was going to say, my dinner, which was Arnie's last, it seemed like everyone knew. And so at one point in the night, everyone stopped. Someone stopped. I think Mr. Crenshaw is the host, Ben Crenshaw. And I think he stopped it and said, let's all tell a story about Arnold Palmer and how he inspired us. And they went around the entire room, and that was most of the dinner.
Wow,
was
that's
everyone
cool.
telling
Oh,
a
wow.
story
That's cool.
about Arnold Palmer while he's sitting there just, blushing at
That's
80-something years old.
Unbelievable. Did you get
Yeah.
to talk with Arnold Palmer much in that last dinner?
No, I mean, my only story I had was I was able to, in 2014, my first Masters before it started, Wednesday afternoon, I was told that all the Masters rookies go to the Wednesday afternoon member party on the back, and I was the only freaking player there, obviously, because it's the night before the Masters, but I had no idea. So I was there. I ended up in just a conversation with just Jack Nicklaus and Arnold Palmer.
Oh.
And I was 20 years
20,
old,
yeah.
and it was...
Does that kind of relate to
How's
what you're
that?
doing right now?
More
So-
nervous with them or with
yeah,
me and
I mean, I
Colt
feel
right
like
now?
that's the same
Go.
thing.
Yeah.
Similar? Nerves?
Yeah, I have more faith in Colt's 5-wood than I did in either one of theirs.
That's understandable.
Yeah, if someone needed to hit a 5-wood,
I hate that.
yeah, that
Friggin'
club
thing.
has
Thing's
lost me
nice.
some money, and but it was them both kind of giving advice on Augusta. That was the only really Arnold Palmer story that I had, unfortunately.